Niagara Falls from the platforms is amazing, but experiencing the falls is awesome. And I'm going to tell you which attractions will literally put you in the falls. Then we're going to discuss where to find this sign right here and a couple other places around Niagara Falls on the US and Canadian side. So come along with us on our journey so you can start planning yours today. Niagara Falls State Park is free to enter, but you do have to pay to park. The park has 3 parking lots that cost anywhere from $8 to $10 for the entire day. I recommend getting there early and parking there because this is some of the cheapest parking around. Go inside the visitor center and talk to the people at the information desk because I know you still have questions. They can help you like nobody else. You can also pick up your maps for the park here, and they have a lot of other brochures that you can pick up. Downstairs is full of history, but I know what you really want to see. Let's go check it out. Exit out of the visitor center and take the short stroll, and you will approach the American Falls. Oh, did I say American Falls? Yes, I did. Because did you know that Niagara Falls is actually made up of 3 waterfalls? It's the American Falls, Bridal Veil Falls, and Horseshoe Falls. Put them all 3 together and you have Niagara Falls. That thunderous sound you hear is a little over 75,000 gallons of water going over the American and Bridal Veil Falls every second and hitting the base with a 280-ton force. Okay, I'm going to quit nerding out on you, but do you see there's hardly anyone here? That's what happens when you go to the falls at like 8:30 in the morning. It's nice because later in the day and the better the weather, it is jammed packed out here. But you can still get up close and personal. Next stop, Cave of the Winds. Follow the path going upriver until you reach the pedestrian bridge. Cross over the bridge and now you're on Goat Island. There's a funny story about how it got its name, but I'll let you do your own research. Once you reach Goat Island, follow the path going downriver and you will eventually run into the entrance for Cave of the Winds. So how do you get down into the bottom of the gorge? Well, luckily they have an elevator that takes you 18 stories down. The price of your ticket includes a poncho and these stylish Cave of the Winds sandals, which make for a great souvenir to bring home. Thank you. All right, let's go. Before winter, this boardwalk gets completely deconstructed. And in late spring, it gets reconstructed every year.
Check out this. It is cold, but you know it's not as cold as I thought it would be. This is cool as all get out. The water is just like slapping us in the face. And this is not rain. This is just off the waterfall. You can only come and climb these on the American side. On the Canadian side, they don't have it. This is what they call Hurricane Jack, Cave of the Winds. Let's go check it out. That is so cool, isn't it? You go under it. Okay. That's my mom. Oh, wow.
And just like that, you have memories that'll last a lifetime.
My little drowned rat, come on! Oh, there's my other drowned rat. That is cooler than the boat. Yeah, it's cooler than the boat. I mean, that was amazing. Y'all, that was so worth it. I mean, probably, I like that. Oh my gosh.
There's also a lot of great hiking trails on the American side. Pick up information from the Visitors Center on this, but beware, some trails you have to be over 8 years old. All right, to get from Goat Island back to the mainland, take a trolley if you want, but let's get dropped off over here next to Rainbow Bridge. So we are going to walk across the Rainbow Bridge to go into Canada.
Yeah, for some coffee.
All right, this is super important. Do not go through that turnstile gate unless you have the proper documentation, in which I mean a passport. And when you leave Canada to come back across the bridge, you have to pay $1 toll. Make sure you have change.
We are currently walking across the bridge, the Rainbow Bridge, into Canada. This is like one of the most awesome here. Okay, so I'm officially at the international boundary line of the United States and Canada. What a beauty. Nothing like that walk across the Rainbow Bridge with Niagara in the background. This is us at the Canadian border.
I think the Canadians have the best view of the falls.
And that right there is Rainbow Bridge where we cross. So we're on the Canadian side. And way over there, you see the people? They're on the American side. Standing. And you can hear them yelling and chanting something. I don't know what they're chanting. And then over here is the Canadian side. And these people are all standing there.
Continue along the walkway and you'll eventually reach the top of Horseshoe Falls. You can listen to the roar of the water. It's amazing how clear it is also. Don't forget, as it gets later in the day, the busier it gets. Now it's time to do some attractions on the Canadian side. Just like the US, the Canadians also have package deals. Check them out. Journey Behind the Falls takes you down 13 stories by elevator into a tunnel behind Horseshoe Falls.
If you go to the right, you can go behind the falls and view it through the 2 viewing portals. It is very slippery down there, so please watch your step and have a great time.
Which way do you want to go first?
If you go straight, the tunnel will exit out onto a viewing platform with stunning views. The tunnel will lead you 150 feet back behind Horseshoe Falls. There they have 2 portals where you can see out. These tunnels are 130 years old, but don't worry, the parts that look like this, they don't let us walk in. The boat tour attraction can be accessed on the American side or the Canadian side. We just chose to access it on the Canadian side, and it's called the Hornblower Niagara Cruise. It doesn't take long, and as you get close to Horseshoe Falls, you start getting pelted by water.
Wow. Y'all, my feet are soaked. So that's Bridalveil Falls right there. And then these are the American Falls. Look how pretty.
To me, the boat tour is so special because you get to view all 3 waterfalls up close. Now, if you want a little more speed, you can go upriver and take the Whirlpool Jet boat tours. Also, check out the White Water Walk. There's Class 6 rapids there. It's awesome. I'm an adrenaline seeker, so when I found out there was a Daredevil exhibit, I was like, we have to go. In 1901, a school teacher named Annie Taylor was the first person to go over the falls in a wooden barrel, and she survived. She really thought she was going to get rich from this escapade, but it didn't work out. It's against the law to go over the falls, but one daredevil said it's a cheap price to pay to get into the history books. I mean, like, I'm at a good age to do this. This exhibit I think is awesome. They have a lot of the contraptions that people actually use to go over the falls. And I was just in awe. There's so much information here. Off Clifton Hill. There's just a lot of like places to eat and just about anything you could possibly want. The only thing is, this is like a straight up hill. As you continue to climb the hill, you'll pass by haunted houses, the Wax Museum, and just a ton of other attractions that you can do. Now right here on your left is the famous Sky Wheel. Check it out. Clifton Hill is just one of those streets that you just need to walk up and say you've been. At night, the falls are illuminated and it is a must-see. And some nights they have fireworks. Check the local schedule. We covered a lot of attractions on the United States and Canada side of Niagara Falls, but we couldn't get to everything. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helps you plan your trip to Niagara Falls. If it does, leave me a comment, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.